Let's unbox Masters of the Universe Fields of Eternia, the board game from Archon Studios. This is the European board game. If you're thinking of the one from Cool Mini or not, that one is only released in the United States. But I have a friend helping me out, so in a couple of weeks I will also have access to that one, and you can get to see that one as well. It took some time, but now it's here. The package is huge, and it contains a bunch of boxes. First we have the main box, Masters of the Universe Fields of Eternia. And as I mentioned, this is the European game by Archon Studios. They make a lot of plastic terrain and has recently started making figures as well. And I kind of like them. Then there are the expansions. Spell of Separation, introducing the evil horde. And then there's Rise of the Snake Man, introducing, well, the Snake Man. The main box contains two groups, the Heroic Warriors and the Evil Warriors, meaning He-Man and his friends and Skeletor and his friends. If you don't know the basics of Masters of the Universe, I have no idea why you're here, so I'm not going to go into that. A box of stretch goals specific for the Kickstarter, and some other extras. Orko, which I believe went to all of the early bird backers. He-Man on Battle Cat. And not to forget, the kind of huge Castle Grayskull dice tower. I also have a box of goodies that is sold before the Kickstarter. And this one is for Hordak, but it also contains all of the other ones. Let's start with the main box. Rulebook. Mission book. Main board, being a huge map of Eternia. Markers, more markers, more markers. Pretty thick cardboard. That is nice. Heroes and villains. Decks of card. If you've been following this channel for a long time, you know I'm quite fond of Masters of the Universe. I think it's a super interesting phenomenon with this combination of cartoon movies, some comic books, plastic figures, games, and how the narrative kind of moves between all of these. And it doesn't really fit, it doesn't really go together. There's a lot of things that doesn't make sense if you would look at all of it, but it still kind of makes sense. The main story is there. It's kind of like how an ancient saga would work. And if I remember correctly, this game is based mostly on Masters of the Universe classics, meaning one series of plastic figures that try to fit everything together. It's not original figures, it's the figures released 5 years ago or something like that, 5-10 years ago. The first modern reinterpretation of Masters of the Universe. And then we have the characters. The main character, He-Man. She-Ra. His sister. and the hero of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, the spin-off series. So she's included already in the main box. And she's part of the Heroic Warriors here. Her enemies, the Horde, is in one of the expansion boxes. His friend, Man-at-Arms. His other friend as well, Man-at-Arms' daughter, Teela. Mer-man. And King over Avion, Stratos. On the evil side we have Evelyn, Mer-man, Tri-Klops, Trapjaw, Beastman, and last but definitely not least, Skeletor. Let's also take a closer look at the plastic. I think that's what most of you are interested in. First there's dice. A couple of specialized 10-sided dice as well. Heroic soldiers, evil soldiers. The heroic soldiers being royal guards of the palace, the evil soldiers being evil robots. That kind of looks like a trash can. He-Man. Ram-man. Many of the details are quite similar to the Masters of the Universe Classics models. So this model is very much like that one, and not as much like the very first one. Although the Classics models are based on the first one, so in that way it's similar. But it's easy to see where the inspiration comes from. Man-at-Arms. Teela. Several of the models are leaning quite a bit forward, making it a bit hard to find a good camera angle, but they still look really nice. Stratos. And She-Ra. And on the other side of the battle, Skeletor. Mer-man. I think this is what they mean when they say a face only a mother can love. Beastman. With a giant whip. Evelyn. Trapjaw. And Tri-Klops. So that's the main box of Masters of the Universe Fields of Eternia. Subscribe if you want to see the rest. I will upload it as soon as I can. Or click here if it's already uploaded. In that case I will link it.